And that's why we all need to pay attention to what's happening with inflation right now. Something that was just brought to my attention by a story I saw today is how it looks like we are seeing the same exact inflation pattern when we look at the PCE back in the 1970s compared to right now. Take a look at this chart here, and what this shows you is that back in the 1970s, we had the PCE go up and then come down substantially and then start to rise back up. And then what do you notice? After it rises back up, it skyrocketed past 10%, came down to 6%, and then almost back up to 10% again. And so really throughout the mid 1970s all the way through the early 1980s, inflation was a huge problem in the United States. And this was also a time in the economy when we reached stagflation. And when we look forward to what's happening today, the chart and the pattern that it is showing is very reminiscent of what happened back then. And I don't think that's an accident. I think we could really be in for the same thing all over again. And even though a lot of this was caused by the oil crisis back in the 1970s, one thing that we have this time, that even though we don't have an oil crisis, we have an energy crisis in general, because there has been a soaring demand for electricity for these AI data centers, and electricity prices have been shooting through the roof. I even covered this in a recent video. A lot of people have seen their electric bills go up between 30 and 50% over the past couple of years. Electric prices have been outpacing inflation since 2022, and is projected to continue outpacing it at least through the end of 2026. And then, of course, consumer sentiment has been on the decline, as well as consumer spending. And that's how we know we're kind of entering this stagflation economy. We're seeing inflation continue to go up while economic growth is kind of coming to a standstill. So I've been trying to tell people to be ready for this for a few years now on the channel. And now that times are really getting tough, anybody who has taken some of my advice is doing much better financially than they were 2 or 3 years ago. And I'm very happy to be a small contributor to that. But a lot of people who said this wasn't happening and that there was nothing to worry about probably has continued to over leverage themselves and is ending up in a situation where suddenly they can no longer afford their cost of living. The signs are literally everywhere that things are slowing down, and there's no sign that things are going to get better anytime soon. So I hope you're ready. And for anybody who doesn't know, I recently started a clips channel. The reception of that has been tremendous so far. Thanks for everybody who has subscribed to the channel. It's basically just a channel of me chopping up these videos into shorter bits for people who want shorter videos. If you're interested in that, take a look at it. I have a link for it down below. And also, anybody who's interested in getting my weekly newsletter, feel free to sign up for that. Both of those things are free. And if you don't want to wait for my next video, make sure to check out this one on the screen right over here, and I'll see you in the next one.